There's about a minute and a half delay typically with the Google Hangout streaming across YouTube. I'm not sure if you're tuning in from YouTube or if you're actually tuning in via archvision.com/live, but we're monitoring the chat so that we can answer any questions you have. We'll take care of those at the end. It appears that we are good to go. So we'll just start from the beginning. I apologize if you've already heard this, but my name is John Anderson, and I'm the ArchVision Customer Service Manager. And joining me is Zach Jones. And Zach has accomplished a major feat by implementing some new features into the Revit product, which you might not be aware of. But we're going to go through all of those. And first, I should give you a little bit of a history about Autodesk 360 cloud rendering. The first time we saw that was in Revit 2013. And in Revit 2013, we had about 113 different RPC objects, and those would all render in the cloud. A lot of users found that if they took their own RPCs that they'd accessed with the ArchVision software license and placed those into Revit, when they rendered the cloud, they wouldn't see anything. Well, Zach here has fixed all of that with quite a bit of help from Autodesk, working with several teams of the Autodesk 360. We're going to get into that in just a moment. But before we do, I'd like to go through the ArchVision dashboard and how it brings the RPCs into Revit. And once we show you how to do that, then we'll talk a little bit about rendering as a service and the Autodesk 360 services. So I'm going to switch our view here. And we're working with a single monitor, but we're going to show you the ArchVision dashboard in Revit here in just a moment. First thing we want to do is tell you to get rid of your ArchVision Content Manager. The ArchVision Content Manager is no longer used. We've transitioned to the dashboard. It's a much better tool. It gives you a lot more features, and it's going to make your life a lot easier. And we've been working on lots of tools to allow you to easily access your licenses and your content, and it also helps us to make the Cloud 360 rendering a reality. So if you want to get the dashboard, you simply go to archvision.com/dashboard. If you're on the ArchVision homepage, you can also click under ArchVision Downloads, or excuse me, under ArchVision Products, and then click on the Downloads page. Not sure what I'm clicking on here. We'll go back. And anyhow, once we have the dashboard installed, we'll then need to log into the dashboard. And I just wanted to make another note here about logging into the dashboard. Let me bring up our dashboard real quick. And hopefully I open that up on the right monitor. It's starting up right now. I managed to save it and put it on the right monitor so it opens up. When you log into the dashboard, make sure that you log in as your user. Every user needs to create their own personal account. If you're using a generic user or sharing a user, that's actually going to cause you a lot of problems when it comes to locating your license because you won't know who's actually using the license. So I've had quite a few users call me and they're having trouble because someone else is using their login and they're not able to access it when it's time for them to access it. So we're going to bring our dashboard back over to the other monitor in just a moment. And let's see. Once our dashboard appears on the monitor here, we're going to bring it over to the up screen here. I apologize for that. Should have been on the same monitor you're seeing, but today seems like a good day for problems and technical difficulties. We're going to get it logged in. It's actually using my top secret login that nobody has access to. Okay, so we'll move the dashboard over to the screen that you can see now. And this dashboard is going to look a little bit different from your dashboard. We actually showed this in our last webinar. This has some new features that we're working on. We're not going to get into those in this webinar. But here, you will see that we have a Revit tab, and that's because the ArchVision dashboard has detected that there is a Revit 2014 installed on this computer. You'll also see this with Revit 2013 as well. The cloud rendering is only enabled for the content that you can download from all of the categories in Revit 2014. 2013, you only have access to the content that's shown under the Revit tab here listed in purple. So without further ado, I'm going to turn the camera over to Zach Jones, and he's going to tell you a little bit about Autodesk 360 and how he got that implemented.
Okay. Thank you, John. So with 2014, the launch of the 2014 product line, we still only supported the 113 pieces that were shipped with the Revit application. However, with UR2, which I think was released back in October, John?
That's correct.
Right. So we were able to add support for the catalog that you can find in the ArchVision dashboard. All the RPCs that you can download through the ArchVision dashboard are now supported in the rendering as a service feature inside of Revit 2014. It did take some engineering from both the ArchVision development team and the Autodesk development team, but we were able to accomplish support for the entire content library. As you might already know, the ArchVision content that you can download through Dashboard is living up on our cloud services. So what we had to do is create an interface for our partner developers to interact with so that they can cache the content on their own cloud services.
This was no small feat because we have 33, 34 gigabytes of content,
right.
Thousands of files that we needed to make accessible to anybody anywhere in the world via cloud services, and Zach managed to make that happen for us.
Great, and actually we aren't limiting it to our own content catalog. As you can see in our dashboard here, we
Let's
also
switch
have.
over to that view real quick.
Oh, sorry, that's my bad.
I'm going to show you another monitor here real quick.
As you can see in our dashboard, we do have a custom RPC tab here. In the future, at no specific date, we will have support for custom RPCs in the Autodesk 360 cloud services. This is something that we're actively working on with the Autodesk 360 development team.
And something else that I'm really excited about, Zach has a new feature that he's working on for Revit that we're gonna talk about here in just a moment. But let's go ahead and open up a Revit scene, and we'll actually show you how cloud rendering works. Let's get this on the right monitor so you can see it. Okay, so here's our project. It was a simple project. We've added some RPCs into this. And when we're ready to render, the process is very simple. You just go up to the View tab, excuse me, and then click on Render to Cloud, Render in Cloud, excuse me. And you'll get this dialog. You want to make sure that you've saved your scene at least once before doing this. You'll be prompted to save. And you'll also want to make sure that you're logged into your Autodesk 360 account, which we've already done all of that. So we'll click on Continue. And then we'll get the special dialog here where we can choose our render settings. And we'll just use the default settings here. We click on Start Rendering, and it will gather all of our scene data and upload that into Revit Cloud Services. And then up in the top right-hand corner, just underneath our login information, there's actually a dialog that appears that says that we can sign in to see the status of this rendering. Something else cool that Autodesk does is once the rendering is complete, they will email you notifying you that that job has been completed. So that's pretty much all there is to submitting a job to the Autodesk 360 rendering cloud. Let's open up the cloud and actually see what that looks like. It shows our status is still uploading. Let's go right back there. Okay, so this is a job we uploaded a little while ago. It says it's an hour now. It's been a little while. But you can see all RPCs are included. Now, something we're working on right now is the gamma values for the content that appears in the cloud rendering. And Zach has reached out to the Autodesk team, and they're working on a fix for that. So, Zach, you want to tell them a little bit about that?
Right. So, as you see in this little simple rendering that we did, the RPCs are not as saturated as we would like. So, we've been working with the Autodesk 360 team to fix this issue. In our other products that we have, the RPC plugin for 3ds Max, the RPC plugin for AutoCAD, we have overcome this issue by fixing the gamma value. We suggest a gamma value of 2.2, and that's what we've suggested to the Autodesk 360 team. So they're actively working on this, and hopefully they'll have a fix for this in the near future.
And I'm going to turn the camera back on. And guys, we want feedback, working to make this the best possible product. And Zach was actually at Autodesk University just last week, and he was getting some feedback about what you were looking for. Of course, you can always tell us what features you need. If you send an email to support@archvision.com, that comes directly to me, and we'll take care of that. And we'd like to see if there are any incoming questions. Do you have any questions? No questions yet? Oh, okay. Well, that's okay. You can send me questions anytime. You can go to our support site at support.archvision.com. create a support ticket. You can live chat with me. You can send me an email, or you can call me. I'm at 859-252-3118, extension 103. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we're really excited about the stuff we have coming in the following year. There's a lot of good stuff in development. Zach here does amazing stuff, so we're really happy to have him leading the way. And we thank you so much for joining us, and everybody have a great day.